Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox, and this Friday is just getting better and better and better. And I hope that this video cheers you up as much as it's cheering me up. Because yesterday, Humza Yousaf had to face the ignominy of yet another by-election. And he knew before the votes were even counted that he'd lost. And boy, did they lose. And it is not the kind of loss that you can spin and try and put out anything on, because this loss is so appallingly bad. There is literally no hiding place for Humza Yousaf. Now, I think when you're getting constant news like this that cheers you up, and on a Friday, you got to say to yourself, do you know what? I feel good, and I feel so good, I'm going to hit that subscribe button just to cheer old Foxy up. So do please hit that subscribe button. I'll cheer up. We can get the word out wider, because YouTube does not like political channels. It pushes us down in the algorithm. But when you subscribe, it lifts us up and we go out further and more people see the truth. And this bit of truth is what everybody needs to see. Because the results of this by-election are so awful that Humza Yousaf must be starting to think about resignation. He can't not be looking at this now, because if this is his future, it's not just him that's finished. It's the whole of the SNP. Let's have a look. Now, there's been lots of opinion polls recently, all showing how Labour are doing ever so well, and that they're going to take half the seats or so from the SNP. And then they always say, well, the only real poll that counts is when people vote. Well, people voted, and people voted yesterday. Humza Yousaf had this huge blow, right? So I cannot get over when you go with this. Huge blow for Humza Yousaf as the SNP vote drops below 18% in a bitter by-election defeat to the Tories. The Nats had been defending the seat in Jedburgh, but was soundly beaten by the Scottish Conservatives, who won nearly 60% of the vote. Now, yes, we know it's a strong Tory area. However, have you seen how badly the Tories are doing in the polls? The Tories are imploding at Westminster. They've got to change their leader before long. It's awful. Humza Yousaf going against probably the weakest Tory government I can think of. I think the current Tory government is weaker than John Major's. The last time there was a Tory government weaker than this was probably Ted Heath. Maybe. That's how long ago it was that they had a Tory party filled with inadequates and weak and lack of ability as this one. And he cannot do better than 18%. Humza Yousaf, hang your head in shame. He knows the jig is up. He knows the game is over. He knows he's got to take the ball home. He's done. Go home and cry. Humza Yousaf has faced a bitter blow as the party suffered yet another council by-election defeat. The Nats have been defending the Jedburgh and district seat in the multi-ward system. But the Scottish Tories romped home to take all 3 seats in the ward, with the SNP's vote share dropping by nearly 6%. The Conservatives won 58.5%, a rise of 8.2% in terms of first preference votes. It's gone from an SNP seat to a Tory seat with a massive swing to the Tories. Are you kidding? Humza Yousaf, how bad are you? And you think Labour are going to screw you? This is unbelievable, isn't it? In comparison, the SNP's vote share fell to just 17.4%, down 5.7%. It means John Lawrence Bathgate was elected as the new councillor for the ward. The vote followed the resignation of SNP councillor Pam Brown. And that's it, that's the story. But to lose by that amount, Humza Yousaf. I'm surprised people aren't knocking on your door this morning. Since he's come to power, and it's been nigh on a year, not quite a year, but since he's become leader, they haven't won a single election or by-election at all. Not one. They've lost so many councillors through elections, or in the case of Lanarkshire, where people just abandoning the party and moving. They've lost MPs because people have crossed the floor. Or in the case of, Margaret Ferrier getting voted out and replaced by Labour. The man knows he's a loser. He's leading a party that is rushing headlong into self-destruction and oblivion. And it's an absolute joy to watch. There's no other word. It is fascinating. It is joyous. And he knows, and we know, and the party members know, that it is all his fault. His inability. He's not a leader. He hasn't got the charisma. He hasn't got the charm. He hasn't got the ability. He hasn't got that killer edge. For all her faults, Sturgeon was a leader. He hasn't got it. He's Sturgeon's wet sock, and that's about as much as you can say about him. He's probably, in fact, the fungal infection in that wet sock. That's what he is, and he knows it. He knows he's done. When you're losing to a massive swing to the Tories at the time when the Tories are rubbish, it's all over for Humza Yousaf. Can't help but laugh. Coming up, there is no hiding place. There is no spin that can be put on this to try and soften the blow. Normally they do things, oh, the weather was bad, or we didn't get our message across, or anything like this. No, what's happening is people are wising up. People are seeing the mess that the SNP have made, and they say, anyone but the SNP. Please God, anyone. Just not them. And even SNP members are starting to get it now. People are leaving. The party is losing, hemorrhaging votes left, right and centre. And it shows. And it is joyous. Anyway, I shall stop there. Thank you very much for watching. Do please hit the subscribe button. I think I've earned it on this one. I've brought you happiness. Press the like, share the video, and of course leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Till next time, stay safe, stay well, and I will speak to you later. Bye.